I'm going to start it, Natalie. Awesome. All right. So I'm going to pin it on Natalie, who's going to start things off.
Wait, Jeff, before we start, Aaron, do you think you're recording? Because it thinks I'm recording.
If you have recording permissions, you can record.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, go ahead, hit it, Natalie.
All right.
Welcome, everyone. Aaron, are we going to begin with the first slide?
Yes. 1 second. Okay. I'm going to put you on spotlight here for a second.
Okay. Wow, I feel so special. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I am so happy that you're all here. We are very excited for today's Repair Cafe and Fixit Clinic collaboration. So we are from Brampton. This is a lovely image of our area where we're from in Ontario and our library. We are so excited for this session because we have people from all over. We have people from the States, the UK, overseas, and we also have from of course, Brampton, Ontario. So thank you for being here. Next slide. Wonderful. To begin, we'd just like to have a land acknowledgement. We would like to acknowledge that Brampton Library is located on today on the treaty territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, and before them the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee, Huron, and Wendat. We also acknowledge the many First Nations, Métis, Inuit, and other global Indigenous people that now call Brampton their home. We are honored to live, work, and enjoy this land. Okay, Zoom features. Please add your name and location in the name area. That's in the little corner of your box that we were just talking about. Introduce yourself in the chat if you can. Some of you have already done that. That's fantastic. Thank you for that. And click on the CC button to turn on live transcription. So that's closed captioning. How does this work? Well, we're going to call each participant one by one to present their item. And that's what we meant by the order of things just now. Describe the problem in 3 minutes or less. So you're just going to tell us what object you are bringing, what issue you have, and just briefly explain the issue. And then our group will ask clarifying questions and offer initial suggestions. And then once all items have been presented, each assigned will have a breakout room for further diagnosis. So we will put you in specific rooms, and then our helpers and fixers will join those rooms depending on where they feel their expertise can best fit. So thank you again for being here. We're very excited. What we will see today is we're going to begin with Angela, who has a grill waffle maker. So Angela, did you want to let us know? Oh, sorry.
Wait a minute,
Peter.
just 1 second. I have a few announcements. So,
Angela, hold on. Peter has
hold on.
announcements. Peter, please go ahead.
So first of all, I want to give a shout out to, we've got a bunch of high schoolers here from Irvington High School in Fremont, California, who are interested in repair. So guys, when you go into the breakout room, think about, I mean, this is true for all the observers, really. We're all trying to learn and cross-train during these events. So try to think about how to engage them and all the observers in, especially when we go into the breakout rooms, but even here, like why are you thinking the way you're thinking about the challenge that we're presented with at the moment? And then also that we have 2 other Zooms scheduled so far. I mean, it looks like we're on a monthly cadence at this point. So next month is Harvard University. And then the month after that is Jessica from Sweden will be hosting us again from her account at Lund University in Sweden. So I think that's what I've got. And okay, sorry. Now we can sort of like move on to the repairing.
Okay, no, I think that's great. Thank you so much for making those announcements, Peter. Did you want us to stop sharing for a moment so we can have our group photo first, so we can?
No, we do that after we've done all the repairs. Because people are still showing up. All right, we've got what, 56 people now, and we might have 75 by the time we start repairing.
Okay, just signal to us when you're ready to do that. Okay, so do we want to start? Is Angela here with us?
I am here. I actually am on my phone, just walked in the door, so I'm good to go now.
Okay, did you want to tell us a bit about your waffle maker and what's the issue? You're on mute now, Angela.
Okay, I'm back again. I received this from someone, and they did not tell me it was broken. It's an Everything is Free group. So I kind of figured it works since I was given it. But when I finished cleaning it and everything, plugged it in, nothing happened. I tried to turn the knob and to adjust the temperature part, and that's kind of stuck. And what I did last night is I kind of looked around, make sure I have some tools or something, but I don't even know if there's a way of fixing this since there aren't simple screws in it. So this may be a waste of time. I don't know, but hey, I'm here for the ride.
Angela, we need to see it.
Okay.
And then also, Natalie, for some reason, Natalie and Erin, for some reason, it's a double view for me of Natalie and, like, can we take the pinpoint off of Natalie? Yeah, much better. Thank you.
I'm
Okay.
still getting the shared screen as the main screen. Can we get rid of that so we can see people?
We can, but I just need to make sure we're going in the order of everything. So I will pull up a separate screen from it.
Yeah, much better. Thank you.
Okay. So what would you like to see? I'm on a phone, so everything is teeny tiny. So you have to let me know if this is any good.
Okay, no, I mean, any questions from anybody about it from Angela at the moment?
What is the problem with it?
Dead.
Doesn't do anything.
So when you plug it in, it doesn't go on?
Nope. And there is sorry that it's kind of bouncing around here. So this a little white rectangle, I'm guessing should turn red or something when it's on, and nothing.
Right. You said you have some tools. Do you have a multimeter?
No. Now you're pushing your luck.
Could I
Frank,
ask when it?
That would be
when
the first thing to check.
Could I ask when did it last work, please?
I was given this from someone, so
Have you
don't
ever
know.
seen it? Have you ever seen it working?
No,
So you're given something that didn't work. You've never actually seen it go.
that is correct. So that's why I'm saying it may be a waste of time, but it may not. I don't know.
Yeah, Angela, do you have screwdrivers?
I have screwdrivers, yes.
Great, thanks.
Do you have an
Angela,
electrical meter so we can check resistance and all that?
No, I don't. I have battery testers, way of doing that, but no.
No, that's not what we are looking for.
how much time did you leave it plugged in?
30 seconds maybe.
Might not be enough time to heat up. And the light might indicate heating element is full.
Well, while
Try
you're
turning the
talking,
knob as well.
yeah, the knob is stuck
It's stuck.
here. Yeah, it doesn't.
That doesn't help.
No, it doesn't.
If you look at those little clamps that's holding the plates down, you can twist them out and
This?
lift the
Nope.
sorry. In the middle there are those silver clips.
That.
Yes. So if you open the waffle maker,
Yep.
and you can pull the clips out, the top tray will come off, and that'll
Correct.
expose the element.
Yes. Oh, okay. Let me.
So you don't
Let's-
need
let's
a
try
tool
that
for
later.
It's your
Okay.
hand.
Yeah. So any initial diagnosis, guys, for what things to try in the breakout room?
Gotta have a voltmeter. That's the only way to test. it for sure.
First thing is put an ohm meter on it and see if there is electrical connection.
Well, I like the idea that she's of plugging it in and leaving it for a while to see if it gets hot. Takes a while to get hot. And then for me, these things, it's usually a thermal fuse. And she doesn't need the multimeter to test for the thermal fuse. She
But
can
if
put
the
up,
thermostat knob is stuck, it can be stuck in the off position.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's move this to the
There could
breakout
be
room.
something, there could be something in that switch. If the switch is not moving,
Yep.
there could be some batter that's been spilled into the switch mechanism itself, and it could be just that.
Yeah,
Could be
have
just
to
a matter
free-
of being cleaned.
Have to free that knob up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the breakout room with this one. Thank you, Angela.
Thank you.
Okay. So next up we have Joanna. If Joanna was Janet. Hi.
Hi. Hi. Right. I have a lamp.
Yes, please speak about your lamp and show us what it looks like.
I'm just trying to get it into your view. So that's one end and that's the other end. So this wire is this one here. This is the lamp itself. It clips onto, whatever. And this is the rocker switch. And the lamp is from IKEA, and the wire has sort of been stamped into the rocker switch. And it's 2-core. I've got a replacement rocker switch here.
Okay.
But one of the things is the wire doesn't have any colors. So I've wired a plug before.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Okay. Also, I was looking at it earlier on. I've got such a tiny length here. It might be worth taking this out, cutting a longer. Oh shit! Sorry, excuse me, French. Cutting a longer bit because I've got about 1.5 meters of the other end. But we can look into that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy enough.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Joanna.
Thank you. Sorry about the swearing.
That's okay, it enlivens the conversation.
But my laptop's not in, I have a sort of contraption I use to tip it up. And if I knock it, it moves.
No problem. Next up, we have Debbie. Is Debbie here with us?
Debbie, and I bought an Light for cheap for $20, and it said it needed a new adapter, but it doesn't. So that's what. Can you see that? Oh wow.
Can't see it.
Okay, here we go. Oh, I think I got it. So
Okay.
it's kind of like this. So I contacted Light, and they said I needed to order a new ballast.
Right.
And I ordered the ballast, and the new ballast looks like this. So that I think that needs to be put into the Light, which I don't know how to do that. And that's it for me. So this is what they sent me, and then just a new bulb. So hopefully we'll be able to fix it today, I hope.
Yeah, shouldn't be a problem.
Oh, that sounds great. Sounds
If
like
not
there's-
today, we don't have to complete things today. They can always come back, or we can move things to the Discord server as well. So, but it's about sort of like seeing the items and how far can we progress today, but it's okay if we don't finish.
Yes, absolutely. And it's also about just, being inspired to learn how to fix things and to come together as this culture, which is fantastic. So next up we have Patricia. Are you here, Patricia?
I am here, and this is my whimsical hippopotamus.
Love it.
So I have a osterizer that was that I got off the free table. And here's the picture of the osterizer. Osterizer, not the hippo. Okay, there it is. Okay. It's I think it's from the 70s or 80s or something. It has a really nice bowl. And I went out and bought new blades and it worked. I put it all together. I'm not a very good camera person here. All right, here you go. Can you see that it looks like it's from the 70s?
Yep.
From the front panel? You know, it's got the buttons and it's got, but anyway, it doesn't want to go into high speed, and it, I think it overheats and it vibrates. I mean, I can feel a vibration in it. So I'm afraid there might be a short in there or something. So that's the problem.
It could be an electrical, could be a mechanical issue.
Yeah, it looks mechanical to me.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
have one almost exactly like that, and on mine, a couple of the
Good.
buttons don't work.
Oh, you think it's the buttons?
Well, I've
Wasn't some-
determined on mine that it's that control thing, because
The
a
knob?
couple of the buttons don't work on it. Some of them do, some of them don't. And I don't know that control is available anymore. I just decided not to fix mine and use it as it does work, but that may be the same problem with this one.
So all the buttons are part of a unit and you can't get it anymore.
Yeah, I took mine apart and looked at it, and you have to buy that whole assembly, and I don't believe they're available, but I haven't checked on that in forever, so.
Yeah.
But the one I have is almost identical to this in that it's got all those buttons across the bottom. And that's the way mine is working right now. It works on a couple of speeds, but not all of them.
Okay, I did take the screws off but I would like you to look at the inside of it and see if you can see any place that needs, you know, a wire loose or something. So I took
Okay,
the
great.
screws out.
So let's bring this to the breakout room.
Take
All
it to the breakout room. Okay.
Yep.
Pat, we appreciate that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, next we have Amy with a soda stream.
Hi, so I have a soda stream that I have used previously and it worked fine. And it just stopped working. The gas was coming out of the side of the unit. I could actually feel the gas coming out and it's not going into the bottle itself. It did start making some really interesting noises beforehand. So that's the inside of it. I pulled it apart. I have tried to fix it using YouTube videos, but it feels like to me this needs to go somewhere for the gas to go in. But that's where I'm at.
So lots of points for taking it apart ahead of time. So we want to give you lots of positive reinforcement for having done that. Okay.
Thank you so much, Amy.
And Natalie, we did miss Sandeep. If they were with the bathroom shower pipe.
Oh,
I changed the order so that we didn't have to reformat the whole list. So Sandeep's down at number 11.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so next on our list with the PowerPoint that we had is Lori with a Brother printer.
And a Yankees cap.
Hey, Lori, you're just on mute.
Thank you.
No problem.
So can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so here's my printer. And I was very excited about this printer because it doesn't use a lot of ink. And that seemed like a really great thing. And it was working quite well. And now, let's see if I can make it, you see this again. It says that it can't detect the ink. Reinstall firmly, and it tells me the two of the inks, and the ink is sorry, right there, right? And it tells me I have to take this one out and this one out and reinstall them. But I've done that about 20 times. there were suggestions about turning it off and turning it back on, kind of, the equivalent of kicking it, and taking everything out and turning it on. And I did all of those things, and it's just not recognized. So I assume this is something internal, and I've never taken apart a printer before, so I don't know where to start. Excuse me?
It said firmware? It's probably a driver problem.
Oh, that's an
If it was a driver problem, then all of them would give you an error. This is recognizing some of the cartridges and not the others. I would check first the contacts behind the cartridge.
Empty
Say
cartridge?
that again?
Yeah, check the electrical contacts behind the cartridge.
Okay, we can go into a breakout room and
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry, but one other question. The two that seem to be a problem,
Yes.
the little icons are different than the yellow one, for example. So the yellow has this big square on it and the white has a big square on it. And the other two have like different symbols. Is that just what I'm seeing?
That is the way it is. These are the oh my God.
Okay.
No. You may be right. I may have put like completely wrong things in here.
Okay.
I'm going to go search and see if I have, because it looks like it's the same, but the numbers are different.
Okay, we'll see you in the breakout room.
yes, let's work this out. Okay.
I'm going to, if it's okay, I'm going to go see if I have any more ink. That would make me feel very stupid if that was the problem, but that's okay.
We all do those things. We'll see you in the breakout room.
Yes, thanks, Lori.
Thank you.
Okay, we have Caroline next with a Samsung laser printer. Caroline? I'm trying to see if we have Caroline here with us. Yeah, I don't see. Okay, well, if Caroline comes in and someone's aware or privy to that, you let me know. We have next on the list, Jean with a Brother all-in-one printer.
Oh, sorry, it was on mute. Okay, so I have this, let's see if we can, I have this Brother all-in-one printer. Let me turn the lights on a little bit. And it won't turn on at all. I tried all sorts of little tricks they showed me on YouTube, like push the start button and then plug it in. I just went to turn it on one day. I've only had it for a couple of years and it stopped working. It's a laser printer. And I can't even get energy to it. I don't know what to
Do you have a spare power cord for it you can try?
I do not. And you know what the crazy thing is? Because that was one of the things I asked. It's not even a detachable power cord. It's like a
Oh, okay.
Built in. Have you checked the fuse?
fuse.
Quick question, when was the last known time it was working?
I would say 4 months ago, and I went to turn it on 2 months ago. And I got so frustrated that I just turned it off and walked away and thought maybe I just need to take a break.
Okay.
Really stupid question, so forgive me, but have you actually tried plugging it into a different socket?
Yes, I've tried multiple sockets.
Told you it was stupid. It's worthwhile asking though.
Yes, it is. It always is.
Yeah, I would check the fuse first of all.
Where is the fuse? Or is that a breakout room question?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Okay.
And also just check to push the cord at the plug itself and at the place where it goes into the device. Just when it's plugged in, just to see if we can make temporary connection there in case there's a break there for some reason.
It's in good outlets that I know are very.
All right, but let's do that in the breakout.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks.
Wonderful. Thanks so much. Next, we have Oline with a Whirlpool microwave.
Hi everyone, I'm Oliane. Are you able to see me okay? Or hear me okay?
Yes, hi.
Hi, nice to meet you all.
Olivia.
Thanks for this space. So very quickly, I will bring up the Whirlpool microwave. Wait, I think there's some weird background settings. Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, so this is the microwave. It turns on and the fan and the lighting works fine. I've cleaned out the filters and everything else for this microwave. I've tried a bunch of YouTube things too, but what happens is when I try and actually heat something with the microwave, there's like a burning, sparking kind of smoke thing that happens here. So there's a burning plastic smell that comes from here and starts sparking. So it is an over the range microwave. And it doesn't heat anything anymore. So I don't feel safe turning it on.
Have you tried it without the cover on?
Sorry?
Have you looked at it without the outside cover, the metal cover off?
So I just took off the cover.
No, the cover on the side and top of the unit.
Oh, this one?
No, the big metal cover on the outside.
I'm sorry. Which cover?
Frank, it's an over the range unit. Yeah.
Need to be uninstalled. It has to be taken down from the mounting to service it.
You have to see where it's arcing. It's most likely the magnetron base is cracked, and that's why it's arcing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying in here, is it? The
You have to get the
magnetron?
unit out to be able to do anything.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
The whole microwave has to come out. And then it might not be worth it.
Okay.
Yeah, I have one, I think that's exactly like that, and that's gonna have to come out of the wall in order to determine exactly what's wrong with that. You've got the front part of it apart, and you can get at everything behind the panel there, but in order to get at the part that seems to be burning up, it's gonna have to come off the wall.
And it has to come out anyway if you're gonna replace it. So this
That's
could be
fair.
a good breakout room project.
Yeah, it has
Okay,
to come out.
thank you.
Take a look.
Okay. Now, guys, I would be remiss. Now, this is probably the first microwave we've seen in these Zooms. And I know some repair cafes don't touch microwaves at all, okay? So for those of you who are going to help her in the breakout room, be very, very, very careful about this, okay? Safety first, okay? Even remotely.
Yeah, I'm okay if this also doesn't get fixed. I just want to make sure like I'm doing it as safe as possible because I know we're also working with radiation and a lot of electricity.
A lot
Peter,
of YouTube videos lead you to the switch, but it's not usually the switch. It's usually the magnetron, and it's not worth repairing.
We don't know that. I'm curious how much a magnetron costs.
Wow.
What 80 to 90.
If there's something smoking in that, that ought to be a pretty easy eyeball thing, but
Yes.
getting the cover off is another story. There's a lot of screws to that. I've taken mine off before.
Peter actually beat me to it. At our repair cafe, we don't take on microwaves, and it's simply because they can be very dangerous and they have very large capacitors in them, and we're not prepared to take the risk. So unless you are very confident, my advice would be not to dismantle it, but that's your call.
Okay, that's fair. I also just was able to take out just from the panel, the top piece, and I see something is burnt there.
Actually, you are looking at the capacitor right there that we are talking about.
Yes, you are, exactly.
Yeah,
I
I'm
will
seeing
not touch
burn
it.
marks.
I will not touch it. Got it.
Yeah, that capacitor is many, many thousands of volts. Don't put your tongue on it.
No.
Got it. That's I will not.
But
touch
again,
that.
we can help. I think we can help with the project of removing it from the wall so you can get a replacement.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
just one
thank
more
you.
safety note from someone who has put one in and taken one out recently. It's very heavy. What I did is clamp a board, open the doors of the cabinets on either side and clamp a board to the bottom shelf of the cabinet so that the microwave couldn't fall.
Yeah, Mark, help her in the breakout room.
All right.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate this.
Yeah, I just ordered a capacitor discharge device because I have a microwave I'm looking at. But given your cautions, I may not even open up the one I have, even with the discharge device. So
My capacitor discharge device is a piece of wire with alligator tips on both ends.
Yeah, I understand, and that's normally what I would use. This one supposedly I can hook it up and it discharges it at a slower rate, and it tells me what the amount of the charge is. So I'll give you a report as to whether or not this thing works or not.
Sounds good.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks so much,
Thank you.
Orion. We will see you in the breakout room.
Yep, see y'all.
See you. Next we have Jennifer, and Jennifer has an electric tea kettle. Are you here with us, Jennifer?
Yes, I'm here with my husband, Doug.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
So we have this electric tea kettle and it has a base, and normally it would just heat up and it sits on the base. And a few months ago, my husband noticed that it wasn't seating very well and that the pin underneath was a little bent. So he went to go straighten the pin and then it stopped working entirely. So if you plug it in and turn it on, it lights up. So the base is receiving power, but it doesn't heat up. And he opened it up, but then he didn't know what to do.
Okay, do you have an ohm meter?
Doesn't work.
Sorry?
Yeah, I had one, but it doesn't work.
Okay, you need a working one to check if the filament itself is open or not.
Well, Frank, we might be able to see if something physically is wrong, especially if you bent the pin. So, I mean, it doesn't hurt to
it's a
open it up.
possibility.
We can do a lot without an ohm meter sometimes.
Bring the ohm meter to the breakout room. We'll fix the ohm meter.
That's right.
Exactly.
I ended up throwing it away. It was all corroded.
Oh.
Okay. Well, we can see what we can do in the breakout room. Thanks so much for joining us.
And guys, maybe since you're in Oakland and I'm in Berkeley, we have this whole pandemic bridge thing going. Maybe we can get you an ohm meter. So for the next time, not in the next 10 minutes, but
right.
So something we think about going forward.
We do talk a lot about ohm meters, multimeters. They are perhaps one of the cheapest and most effective tools you could buy, and I would encourage you to buy one. In English money, we'd never spend more than £10. I guess you'd never have to spend more than $10 to get a reasonably good one. If you want a posh one, you'll spend more than that. But it's a cheap tool, and it really is useful. Really useful.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Harbor Freight has them for $5 in case if you want. I don't know if Harbor Freight is in Canada, but there's a bunch of Harbor Freights in the Bay Area.
Thanks so much. Okay, next, finally, we have Sandeep. And then after Sandeep, we have one more participant. Sandeep has a bathroom shower pipe.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Oh,
We can see your picture.
the host has stopped. The host has asked you to start. Okay, starting my video. Okay, there you go. Yes. So I have a mine is, I guess, a little bit different than what everyone else is bringing. I don't have a device. I have a few plumbing issues, and one of the main ones is in the bathroom, which is behind this wall. Every time anybody is using the shower, it makes a lot of it makes very loud sounds. So if somebody's sleeping in this room, it's like they're very disturbed. And I don't know where to start. I did some Google search as well, and I came across something called water hammering. But that was mostly when you turn off the water, the pipes vibrate. But this is not water hammering because this is happening when the water is running. So have
you taken the shower head off?
No, I haven't taken it off.
That would be the first step. Take the shower head off and see if it's still making noise.
Frank, let the guy talk. I want to hear him make the sound.
Okay,
Yeah.
I recorded
the sound.
I recorded the sample as well. I don't know how I can share that with you guys. I can upload it on YouTube in like 5 minutes. And
can you just play it through your speakers?
Let me see if I can.
Then just around the water so we can hear it.
It doesn't happen all the time. So I tested it yesterday in the evening and it didn't happen in the evening. So in the mornings it happens for sure. Right now it might happen. I can go try it.
Let's try the recording first, because you're right there, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Turn your speaker up a little bit and it should go into your microphone.
Okay, let's see.
Except he's using earbuds, so I bet.
Okay, I put it on my speaker. Can you guys hear it?
No.
No, yeah, you probably won't be able to hear it because.
Did you unplug your headset?
Yeah, I can hear it myself.
Yeah, the noise cancellation is kicking in. Okay, let's bring this to a breakout room. I'd love to hear this for entertainment purposes for the whole crowd, but it's not going to work.
You can turn on original audio in your
No,
audio
settings. Let's not do that now.
Okay.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah. Maybe I can in the breakout room I can bring the audio for you guys.
Yeah, we're already 40 minutes in, guys. So we still have one more person to see, so we have to move this along.
Yes, thank you, Sandeep. And finally, we have Svet with a Panini press.
Tell Sandy to try cleaning it with CLR.
So do we have our Panini press here? Not sure.
You want to substitute my light?
No, we want to circle back to the Samsung. Carolyn from Bristol, is she here? Okay, so let's move to the breakout rooms. Mark, we got to stay scripted, Mark, but you can go in the outlight room with the other one. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, so we're ready to move to breakout rooms, but before we do, I'd like to take my group photo because if we don't take a photo, it didn't happen. So if everybody can just squeeze in and get ready. Okay, and hold on. Okay, so wait a minute. Everybody smile. Okay, one more for posterity. Big smiles. Wave, everybody. Okay, that's great. Okay, one more. Sorry, I'm trying to inconvenience electrons here. I'm not wasting film. Okay, all right. Thank you, everybody, for your cooperation. So.
Thanks, Peter. And Erin, are we ready to go into breakout rooms?
We are. So I have created a breakout room for everyone who has presented today. I did split up the printers because I think we've got an inkjet and a laser, which are sort of different. Normally we would lump them together. One second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch the breakout rooms. You should get a pop-up appear on your screen, which will let you select from the item that you'd like to observe or the item that you would like to help fix. So feel free to select that. If anyone has any issues entering your breakout room of choice, send me a message in the chat and we can manually pop you in there.
And remember, you can move around from breakout room to breakout room for the observers and the high schoolers. And I tell the high schoolers, ask questions, okay? Ask the repairers, why are they thinking what they're thinking about what they're doing, and stuff like that.
Also, just a reminder, please come back to the main room when you're finished in your breakout room and report back on your success or your progress. That's information that we really would like to capture.
Yeah, and Erin and I are captive here, so we'd love to go around to the breakout rooms, but we kind of have to man the fort and keep the home fires burning here in the main breakout room.
Yeah.
So go out. So great, go out, have fun, storm in the castle, and we'll see you. Come back and report back before leaving. And if for some reason you kick yourself out by accident, just use the same link to come back to the Zoom.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to open the breakout rooms now. And you should all be getting an invite to join.
There's just so many choices today.
there are.
And do some bedtime reading, but thanks for hosting.
Oh, thanks so much it's good to see you, Jessica.
Thanks. It was great. It was great to see the presentations, but yeah, I've got to do some reading now. Good night.
Jessica, how did you get the link?
On the Discord.
Okay, good. I'm glad somebody's paying attention.
Yeah, I'm paying attention.
Okay.
See you. Bye.
If I got an invitation, I somehow missed it.
All right. Which room would you like to go in? Oh, Lori, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to assign you to your breakout room. One moment.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Lori, you should see a bar at the bottom that says breakout rooms, and you should be able to select your own breakout room, Lori.
I don't know why I'm not seeing that.
Okay, all right. Yeah, just assign it then.
Oh, now I got it. Yes.
Oh, okay, she sees it. Great.
Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit hidden if you're on a mobile device, I find.
I don't see my breakout room either. I'm the one with the laser printer.
Yeah, it is there. Let me pop you in there.
There it is. Oh, there's my little thing.
Hey, Kimmy from Repair PDX is here. It's great to see you. Glad you could join us.
Great to be here.
Have you been on before, or is this your first?
I've observed a couple times. I haven't, really actively participated, but just to see what was going on. But I'm, one of the fixers at Repair PDX, and I also do sharpening and outdoor equipment. Yeah, it's great to be here. So.
Yeah, I talked to Lauren Gross about doing some stuff where she's going to do more educational stuff rather than repairing stuff for people stuff. Kind of like.
Yeah, we've had apprentices, and we try to, branch out to all these different things. I think we should partner also. There's an organization, Free Geek, that does electronic recycling, and incorporate that also into the repair clinics. So there's all kinds of things that could be done.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't mean to keep you. I mean, go out and have fun. Looking at the repairs.
Great. Thanks.
Hi, Amber. It's good to see you.
I always forget that I'm muted. Hello. Good to see you all too.
Have you been here for the whole time, or did you just join?
Not the whole time. I watched for a bit, and then I had to restart my computer because my camera wasn't working, and got it to work now. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, hi.
Okay, good. My name is Brian Weir. I'm the director and founder of Repair Cafe Kingston. And we've been around 5 years, so we were actually operational for 3, physically speaking. And so I'm just tuning in today because I was approached this week by Liz Coates of the Kingston Frontenac Public Library to do some sort of collaboration thing online. So anything you can provide me with that would help guide that, it'd be welcome.
So John Wackman was a friend, and may he rest in peace. And you guys are always get favored nation status. So what we do is we can spotlight you any of these virtual repair cafe, any of these events. Basically, we can add an entry in the registration that says Spotlight Kingston, New York, or whatever. So that, and then you can use that link to tell everybody we're going to be part of this event.
Right. Well, we're building the initial structure. Okay, we're way back from that yet. So we're going to build the initial structure, start it locally, and then I want to make sure when we build it, we can tie it to everything else across the world as well.
Right, absolutely. So they should also join the Discord server. So all of your repairers, at the very least, should be on Discord, where we're repairing 24/7 around the clock around the world. And it's become this great resource for repairers to share information with each other and to bring their stumpers. So you have something at the local repair cafe that nobody knows how to fix,
Right.
and we can help you fix it on the Discord server. But
Okay.
philosophically, I'm going to make a case also that, even if we could repair things for people, even if you were running a repair cafe 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in Kingston, most stuff would still end up in the landfill. This is really more of an effort of disseminating the critical thinking and troubleshooting skills. We use repairers for doing that.
Our biggest emphasis in what we do is we insist that the people participate in the repair. Okay.
Great. Absolutely.
Don't just do it for them. And and what we have done for the COVID thing right now is we created a page called Clients Meet Fixers Kingston, where they can meet safely one-on-one to help people with things,
Great.
This looks really good to me, and I see the way that you're doing it. So I see the big picture, but what I need to do first is get the local thing working smoothly, Okay, I'm just looking at these these things now. Okay.
Yeah. Go look around and see how the sausage gets made.
Okay, so we see that there. What happens? Tell me how this works if you don't mind. So I'm seeing online, I've seen the picture of what people need. Okay. So let's suppose I want to help somebody fix the lamps, Joanna number 2, the lamp switch.
You should see in your Zoom controls a breakout room button. If you click that, you'll have a list of available rooms that you can join. Yep, so you can self-select which ones, whichever one you'd like to join.
Good.
And then,
okay.
When you're finished or you want to come back, it gives you the option to come back to the main room.
So the breakout rooms are set up by the client need. Yeah.
Yeah. So you missed our initial presentation. So
yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay. I saw your email asking for the link while we were mid presentation. So we've had everyone on the list here kind of given a quick overview of the problem with their item, and the group made some initial suggestions.
Yep.
And then we've broken out into individual breakout rooms so everyone can look at their item in more detail and give more specific advice.
Peter,
and then we ask everyone to come back and report back.
Peter, there's no there's no fixers in the hot light room right now. I was just in there. Do you know of anybody? Maybe Dave West?
Or we could move the outlight repair into the
it says the outlight ballast. It says there's 4 people there.
I'm here. What did somebody say my name for? I'm sorry.
There was 4 of us. Maybe somebody else came in, but I was just in there and there was no fixers. There was some interested people, but.
Oh, I see.
Is this Diane I'm hearing?
Yes, it is, Dave.
Oh, I see. So what we have is people that are interested in that, but not fixers. I get it. Okay.
Okay.
I might be able to help them with it, but I'm more I want to learn more about the overall operation.
I can send a broadcast message out just to see if anyone's able to hop into the outlight room if you'd like.
Well, that's cool. Okay.
Okay. Well, my breakout room button is not letting me in to see a breakout room, so I'm not sure which ones are attended or not. So
if I hit join on that, I can also leave it. That brings me back to you guys.
That's right.
I'm just going to have a look.
Okay. And so
here we go. I got the breakout room opening now, finally.
Oh, perfect.
Oh.
I'm missing the I in outlight in that breakout room title.
I think they all get it though, Erin.
I think we all got it, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever And whoever needs some help, I'm willing to join. A little bit of help is good for everybody, right? But I'm no expert on anything. I'm just an expert on a little bit of everything and still learning for everybody. And I think I heard somebody say something about Kingston. That was interesting.
Yeah, can you move? So Dave, can you move to the Outlight room? See if you can help. Or Chris, can you move to the Outlight room? I guess there's nobody helping the person with the Outlight.
Oh, there's Chris. That was him.
Peter, can you move me back to that line room? This is Diane.
Oh, yeah, Diane, I can move you back there.
Thank you very much, Aaron.
Let's see.
So Outline has no fixers. This is very promising. Wow. In speaking with Liz Coates at the Kingston Frontenac Public Library, wonderful to hear of all the resources in the technology. So we, I don't have to figure out how to set that up through people myself. It'll be good. And we have quite the active repair thing here. We have a strong university presence too, and students have lots of furniture that's beat up. And so, but the problem is that we are not really close to them. So we're even looking at developing some sort of shuttle thing, but this would be even better. So as I gather, the people come in, they register what they have that's broken, and then somebody gets back to them and says, okay, you're going to need this, 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 and this probably.
Right.
Okay, so that's you, Peter?
Well, I don't give them the this, and this, because like I said, the nice thing about virtual is nobody's traveled. Okay, and we know we're holding this on a regular basis, so we can do screening the first time. You heard that guy, the one guy, Frank. He's Mr. Multimeter. He thinks everyone has to have a multimeter. Okay, but we should give. But the reality is that we can do a lot of diagnosis and troubleshooting without one. It's just nice to have one. So we're trying to encourage that. So Rashi, are you coming back to report on something, or are you just moving between breakout rooms?
No, I was just moving between breakout rooms, just observing.
Okay, sure. Okay, no, have a good time.
Diane, I'm having trouble moving you. It says you're in the room already, but it's grayed out. Oh, she's back in. All right, perfect.
And Dave, do you want to go into that Outlight breakout room too, or Dave, or you just?
Anyone else need me to manually pop them into a breakout room? No, we're good.
Okay, it's all over but the shouting. Aaron, you've had a busy morning. You've been running Coffee and Code at the same time too. Huh?
My busy Saturday, yes.
All right. You taught me something today, Aaron. You taught me about the events feature of Discord. I didn't know there was an event.
That's a new feature they've added. It's pretty handy, actually.
Where can I get the rundown on this Discord thing?
I'll have to send you an email me, and I'll send you an invite link.
Sure. What's your email, please?
No, we'll use the same form you used to try and sign in this morning, and just click the join Discord. I mean, I see you here registered. You kind of came in late. 10:17, you showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent him our Zoom link, Peter, because he'd emailed.
Thank you.
I know nothing about Discord.
Yeah, not a lot of us didn't, and a lot of us are still learning, and that's part of. Look, this is also about pushing our demographic downward, right? So we're trying to get the high schoolers and the young adults involved, and they're totally digitally native into this thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I may try to corral those high school students who are on to like basically run tutorials on Discord for those of us who are not quite as savvy.
Okay, let me see here.
For what it's worth, we're starting to use the Discord method for the International Odyssey of the Mind creative problem solving competitions now. Because we haven't been able to use or haven't been able to have our competitions in person. So that is how we're going to be doing our competitions locally, statewide, and our international competition this year.
Okay, so Dave, you're going to be an expert on this pretty soon, so we'll count on you to help.
No, gosh. We need an IT guy, not me.
So Peter, I just opened up my email from Aaron with the link, and you're saying that somewhere I send something to you?
No, sorry. You registered, you successfully got, all right, never mind, I'll just send it to you, hold on.
Okay.
All right.
I would think I'm going to go to some of the other to the breakout rooms and see how things are progressing and see where I can plug in.
Great.
It's good seeing you all, and hopefully, Brian, I'll catch up with you sometime in Kingston.
Oh, that would be nice, sure.
Bring my knife sharpening rig and come down there and sharpen some blades for you.
Yeah, well, we have a good thing going. We did also we arranged a special thing. We did a kids repair cafe for 2 hours, and that was just marvelous.
All right.
And we're keeping track on video of I've got video and media and so on of all the physical stuff to help build the history.
That's great.
On the chat thing, I could just throw my email in there.
No, I just sent you an email.
Okay.
With the instructions, detailed instructions for joining Discord.
Got it.
Don't try to do it now. So,
no.
I would basically,
Okay.
But I'm curious on your onboarding process, because it seems like there's this generational gap where after you're a certain age, like Discord seems like this totally weird place to you, and for the younger generation, they're totally like that's the way they live their lives.
Well, we'll see how it goes. I was first on the net in 1988.
Wow.
Yeah. Very polite place back then. So let me see. So
okay. So it's funny you bring that up, because that is the issue that I'm facing with Discord, is that it's become kind of this cesspool for gamers. But the Global Fixer server, I am really trying to keep well curated and contained in a way that creates a safe space for us to be with each other there on a first name and location basis. Whereas I get the impression that Discord as a global phenomenon, I mean, people are trying to be anonymous there, and I'm trying to contradict
they're using
that.
it as a black art and porn thing too, I believe, from what I've heard. Like it's not. I don't understand it at all, but it seems that it's got an element of unpleasant things to it.
All right, this is a grand experiment. All right, so I'm trying to see, can I repurpose this general purpose Discord platform as a mechanism for deploying this repair mechanism from around the world?
Yeah. So whose Zoom link are we on? This is very good.
So this is what we're hosting this week, Brian.
Good one. Good one.
So it's Brampton Library Zoom account that we're using.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of do, Natalie very nicely introduce each of the items that were presented. So we kind of moderate that part, and then I create the breakout rooms, do a lot of behind the scenes Zoom stuff. So that's our role as the host for this particular one.
And I'll be honest with you, that's one of the secret sauces of this, is that I always try to make sure there's an industrial strength Zoom account.
Right. This is what I'm really happy that if we work with the library, then we do get the industrial strength Zoom. Plus they have the people that know how to set all that stuff up, because there's just, as I've always said, there's too many things to know in general.
I have tips and tricks for setting this up. No, we set it up as a meeting format as opposed to the webinar format.
The webinar, yeah.
Right. And notice that everybody was very well behaved, okay? At the peak, we had about 60 people on the Zoom. And and we didn't have problems. I've been in Zooms, academic Zooms with 150, 200 people in them in what meeting format, and it works, and it works well. And people have to
Questions,
turn off their video and stuff like that. I mean, it just works.
Good. I like this format. I understand it. It makes nice, it's very architectural. It's good.
The thing is, you can start now, okay? You can start bringing people from your local community into this because it makes them part of this global repair initiative, you know, rather than, I mean, I respect people who want to keep the local part, but I'm trying to encourage you to basically, you don't have to wait. We've got everything dialed up. We've got Harvard next month. We've got Sweden the month after that.
I would agree with you, Peter. I think there's
problem.
also a hybrid model that's that's definitely something that can be formed here, where you continue with virtual and this global phenomena, and you can do your local in person when the time allows.
Oh, well, yeah, that was one of our plans is we will have Repair Cafe Kingston is set, it's always on the second Sunday of the month at 2 to 4:30 on a Sunday, okay? And so chat with Liz about this, what we would do is we would try to incorporate, the online one would be a week before that. And then if people had big trouble, they could bring it to the physical cafe. And so, and the local one, the first one we do, we're gonna set it up with known people and known problems so that we take that that element of possible confusion and breakdown out of it. And then, you know, the first one will be an example for local people. And the great thing is the library's got a huge mailing list. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm very excited by this because I was getting quite depressed and I wanted to reopen the cafe in November. And it looked okay, you know, things were picking up. And my two producers said, well, you know, nobody's happy about that. And I said, what do you mean? Well, yeah, okay. I didn't want to know, but the truth of the matter is no, very bad idea. So this is thrilling. This is just wonderful.
Yay, Sarah's here. Hi, Sarah. It's good to see you. You're muted, Sarah.
I have the worst trouble with Zoom trying to get it to like connect every time. Even 2 years in.
As the, I just want to mention too, as the Kingston Repair Cafe director, my background is in electromechanical technology and fixing things all my life. So we somehow found each other. And I'm tempted to go into the rooms and fix, but my job is to get this thing working.
Go ahead. No, that's part of it.
No.
Yeah.
I've got to have lots of subject for discussion on Tuesday. So.
Yeah, but we also can't just talk to you. I got other friends here I got to chat with now.
Yeah, well, appreciate it.
Okay.
I'll be back with I'll go try some rooms and come back with questions.
Okay, thanks, Brian.
Okay, we'll see you shortly.
Do we have anything to report back on yet?
The shower head, we might determine it's cleaning our cartridges.
Ah,
interesting.
But we start with cleaning first and see if that works. If not, oh, he had like 3 different items to do with plumbing. So it's like some of them were similar, and one of them hook up this hot water to the bidet. Call the plumber. Can't do that over the phone. Can't do that over the computer.
Okay, Sandeep, you want to report back on your plumbing issue?
Yes, I will report back after I try some things. But the feedback and the information from everyone was very helpful.
Okay.
So I kind of know now which direction to go and what are some of the things I can try.
Great.
So it was nice.
Okay, great. Well, you're welcome back, and we'd love to hear that shower before and after.
Yeah, I sent the link for the before. I posted on Reddit yesterday as well. Let me see if I can throw the link in the chat again.
No, we see it. I see
You
it.
see it? Okay. Yeah.
It's just hard. I mean, we've got so many moving parts going. It's just hard to get everything going at the same time. But
yeah.
But this is the wonderful thing about this is we can see big things that people can't bring into an in-person event, right?
Yeah.
So that's one of the advantages of having it this way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you're welcome to go look at other things being fixed, or you can leave. I mean, it's your choice.
Okay, yeah, I
So-
can join other rooms as well, right?
And
Right. Yeah.
Sandeep, please join us again. It's been such a pleasure having you.
Yeah, I will, and I thank you for organizing this. This is very nice. Yeah, I saw it through Brampton Library. I'm like, oh, this is something happening. This is pretty cool.
Excellent.
Yeah, and this has been on my head for so long. It's like, okay, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it one day. It's one of those things.
This is the day.
Today was the day.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Yeah, thank you guys, and thank you, Peter. I'm gonna leave for now,
Okay.
and I'll see you another day.
Thanks for being a contestant.
Yes. Thank
Thanks,
you. I
Sandeep.
like the poster behind you. You can fix it.
Yeah, and there's this
That's
one
how you
too.
know you're in it. You're really in it. Yeah.
Like 15 minutes before the session, it popped into my head. Oh, no, or sorry, somebody sent me an email. The email got me looking for the right codes to get into Zoom on time.
Al, where are you located?
Downtown, Toronto. St. Lawrence Market. St. Lawrence Market area.
Nice.
How cold is it in Toronto?
What was it? 20 minus 20 with the wind chill. Hang on, let me double check.
Hey, Bob's got his hand raised. Hey, Bob, you can unmute.
I'm unmuted. So I'm reporting back from two printers.
Two printers.
So one was Lori with the cartridges, the 4 cartridges, and 2 of them were working. She did confirm she had the wrong cartridges on 2 of the 2 of the slots that were giving her a hard time.
That was a great observation, man, Bob. That was a great call. I mean, I genuflect to you. I wouldn't have noticed that. That was amazing.
That's such an easy thing to confuse. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And, she was embarrassed, but I confess that, like, I do things where I haven't plugged the thing in and it doesn't work. So I was wondering why. So she's gonna, I think, get the other cartridges, and I've asked her, please report back. And it's an easy, gee, we think we solved the problem, maybe not, but and then the other was a couple in the UK with a HP printer, and it was giving them a hard time about not recognizing the cartridges. And they went through all of the standard new driver, firmware, restart, all of those things, and to no avail. They did confess, and both he and I are HP alums. So we, on the one hand, have this allegiance to them, and on the other hand, we're as appalled as everybody else by the awful high prices they charge for stuff. But they were using non-HP cartridges. So it may be that the machine is just clever enough to detect that. So I asked them to first of all go ahead and clean both the sockets as well as the back of the cartridges.
Wait. Who is this? Who is this who has an HP? They're not on our list.
Oh, maybe it was just someone who hopped into the breakout room. Peter, I
Oh,
don't
we
know.
have an interloper?
They hijacked the breakout room.
Yeah, someone was there, and they were participating very nicely. And they were from Bristol, England, and I unfortunately don't recall their name.
Oh,
go arrest them.
Okay, well, I
no, they
forgot I was deputized to do this. So
no,
anyway.
find out more. Can you go back and just tell them, like, don't slink away? Part of this is documenting what we're fixing.
I think they're gone.
I think they're gone. Sorry, but I did ask them, and we'll see if they do this, to report back. So hopefully we get something and we can get a more complete report. So anyway, they were busy they were going to be cleaning both ends of the cartridge things. But I also then advised that didn't work. Get the smallest and cheapest genuine HP black cartridge and see if that solves the problem. But again, the next step for them was to send it to landfill, which I was, again, trying to discourage as much as possible, and said, well, one alternative use of this that I've been involved in is the take apart for kids, where they get to learn to use screwdrivers and spanners to take something apart. And of course, unlike us, they don't have to put it back together again. So it's a nice experience. And this is a good product because it has a lot of stuff in it that you can take apart, but I don't know where they are. So, all right, I'll keep my fingers crossed. They report back one way or the other, and so we can record more what they were.
Okay, and so Joe, I see you back, but I don't. I mean, I see your room, but I don't see you. So, Joe? Did you fix your lamp cord on your IKEA clip lamp? Joe, I see you in the corner there, but I don't see you. You're muted. You're muted still, Joe. Oh.
Hi, sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. Yes, I'm just going in my kitchen for a minute. I'll be back to report, but it all went well.
Okay. All right. Sorry, Bob. I didn't mean to interrupt you then. Just.
No, that's great. No, we want to capture these people as they come through. So that's the report from those two. We're done in the breakout rooms, and hopefully we hear back from both groups.
Okay. So
thanks, Bob.
The Artlight group with the Artlight lamp ballast was short fixers. So if you want to go in there and see if you can help out there.
Got it.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, Sandy put his link in the chat.
So Sarah is one of our longtime fixers who has moved to upstate New York, and I miss her dearly. Are you still working in lab? Are you still like a lab manager? Like, what are you doing for paid employment
I quit
now?
my job to move here and get us across, and I haven't found a job yet. So yeah, it's getting disheartening. Like I'm either super underqualified and I don't want to work like a crazy person just out of school again, like a beginner, or it's so advanced and I don't want to become executive or director, like I just don't have that thing. So all I know right now is that there's a humanitarian like homeless crisis right now in the cold weather and with COVID. So I'm just manically trying to make charity projects happen. And that's
Okay, let's take this
Yeah.
offline. Let's see. Let's get you some
like
paid
let's
employment.
talk, you and me. Like
Yeah.
yeah. By the way, why do you have two glasses on? Like
Because this is my poor man's bifocals. Okay, these are cheaters from the dollar store.
Right.
+1 cheaters. Okay, and these are my standard distance glasses. Okay, but I'm at that age now where I can't see the screen. Like the screen like it just doesn't work. So like these are just like this is and I have this big display here.
Okay.
And this
I
big
didn't
display
even notice
here.
that,
And then if
but
I
now
need
I
to look
see.
at I can go down and look at this display, right? So
Okay.
this is a way for me to have bifocals without
could you
bifocals.
go to the doctor and actually get bifocals, or
Yeah, but I don't want to admit I need them. Okay, that's the thing.
you're admitting it online on a recorded Zoom?
And they're pricey too. Okay, so like I'm buying my glasses from Goggles for You. I'm paying $10 a pair for glasses.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a whole box of glasses that I've gotten from Goggles for You for $10 a pair, right?
If you get the prescription, you can get the $10 zennies. Like you can put the bifocals in it. It'll maybe cost you like
I don't think
$40.
bifocals don't cost $10 at Zennies. Bifocals are expensive.
More like. Yeah.
It's hard to. It's so, you know, so all those glasses are made in India, I guess, is what happens, and they're shipped to us here in the United States. But okay, Joe, give us your lowdown on your lamp so we document that.
My lamp now has a new rocker switch. Yep. So this end, it's like I said, it's an IKEA lamp. It's not. Wasn't expensive to start with, but the wire just broke off the rocker switch. So I got a new one with different standard connectors where you strip the wire and poke it in the little screw down, and yeah, so that was really good. I was really pleased, and I know about 2-core wires now because I've been able to wire plug for years. My dad taught me when I was about 12, but with the 3-core with a blue, black and yellow and green wires, which is different to this. But I now have the distinction, so I'm very pleased.
That's great.
Yeah. And the reason I brought it along tonight was we had to cancel our repair cafe last week because the virus, the COVID virus, is going around like crazy, and Brian just felt it wasn't sensible to carry on. So I thought, well, I'll bring it to tonight and do it myself.
And we're thrilled to have you.
Yeah, thank you. And I had Frank guiding me.
Way to go.
Yeah, I'm very pleased. So who's all here? People still busy in the other breakout rooms, yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome to go look around at other stuff if you want, but we're having
So how are you, Peter? How's it going in sunny California?
Well, I woke up this morning to a tsunami warning because of this
volcano, yeah.
explosion. There's this volcano, and so I'm way high up. I'm not personally, but they've evacuated the marinas.
Oh, wow.
Basically.
Can you see the sea from your place?
No, I can barely see the house across the street.
So you didn't dash down to the water's edge and watch a big wave come in? No.
Oh, they had the police block it off. They weren't letting people down there. Yeah, Berkeley Marina, the police were saying, stay out of here, because they know people are going to do that.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
all right.
Got my well-earned glass of wine now. It's 7:30 here at night.
Oh, are you leaving us?
No.
We're going to.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
No,
just partaking the wine, which we might as well follow your lead, even though it's not the same time here. But what the heck? So Debbie will be coming back with her lamp ballast report.
Great.
Okay.
I'm just wondering how the waffle maker's going.
You pop in and check it out.
Yeah, I will.
And Natalie,
I had a neighbor with an ancient waffle maker that she didn't want to she didn't want to do anything on it, so she wasn't a good candidate for this. And I thought she could probably at least participate to get the sage advice from the group here, but I think she's going to take it to some repair shop instead, so we'll see. But it was like a 1930s vintage thing, so there's, I think, almost nothing that can go wrong other than the thermostat seems like it's a problem.
Is there a place on the San Francisco Peninsula she can take something like that at this point?
Are there any repair shops?
Well, the places, Peter, that tend to get the positive reviews for this are the vacuum cleaner repair places. There's one in Menlo Park, and I think there's maybe another one around here in the San Mateo area. And they sort of do, all sorts of odd appliances. But I have no idea what their status is right now with COVID.
Yeah. Okay, Debbie, let's have the report back on your OttLite.
Okay, so we've come to the conclusion that the OttLite people sent me the wrong part. So I have to go back to square one, contact OttLite again. It looks like they sent me the wrong ballast It does not fit
Aw.
my lamp. That's very disappointing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. And you're in Oakland, right? Where are you?
Walnut Creek.
Walnut Creek. Okay. Okay. Well, at least we know. So you're welcome. So thank you for bringing it back. You're welcome to go look at other things that are being repaired. We've still got breakout rooms in action.
Okay.
But otherwise, thank you very much for being here, and we'll wait for you to get the next ballast.
I'll try. Like I said, I'm a dog with a bone. I'm just, I should give up on this, but I'm not going to.
Good for you.
I'll try one more time, but then if the next one doesn't work out, forget it.
We'll give it
Thanks.
another shot.
Thanks, Peter and Aaron. I appreciate all the Fixit clinics. I was in the hot light room. It was very interesting. But I think I've got too much to do today, so I've got to get going. Thank you again.
No worries. Thanks for joining us today, Diane.
And if anybody needs sewing machines, that's what my forte is.
Oh, good to know, Diane.
Sewing machine.
And I also like to listen to the lady, maybe Norway or Australia, who is just fantastic with sewing machines. I know Peter's had her on a number of times.
Yes.
Oh, you're talking about Cece?
Yes, Cece. I love her.
Oakland.
Cece has a job on Saturdays now, so she can't come to the Zooms, but she participates on the Discord server.
Yeah, I'm on the Discord server, so I can.
But the two of you are just awesome to watch. I mean, I've seen people operate sewing machines, and we have an old one that actually has a label on it that says it was electrified by Westinghouse. It was this motor that goes on the top. But you two are just amazing to watch, and the expertise. So it's great.
Okay, we've got a bunch of report backs going here. So, Olean, are you going to tell us what happened?
I was gonna mention that Patricia's blender is we got her making soup for this evening. She's blended some carrots and onions and potatoes. She threw potatoes in there, and it's all good to go.
Awesome. That's awesome, John.
I'll go check out another room.
Okay. Oh, Olean, tell us what happened with the microwave.
Yeah. Positive news, I don't have to take down my microwave because there was a way to actually access the parts that needed replacement through the top of the microwave. So that's huge. And I also don't have to spend $300 in calling someone in because Bill showed me how to get a replacement for the part that was burnt out. He told me it was an HV diode. And we were also able to look at the schematics and figure out how to discharge the capacitor safely. So I'll have to get the parts for the microwave to replace, and also the wire and the I think the screwdriver to discharge the capacitor safely before I do replace anything.
Okay, so now the parent, I'm not a parent, but the Fixit Clinic parent in me wants to make absolutely sure that I don't want to be reading in the Brampton paper that somebody died fixing their microwave. Because a lot of homeowners do. So I really want to, do you really feel comfortable that you've gotten advice, were they really loosey-goosey about it? Because they're experienced fixers. So I want to make absolutely sure that you don't hurt yourself or anybody else in the process of doing this. I mean,
yes. Yes, I totally understand. If I'm still a bit scared, in all honesty, but I think Bill really explained it very well. I'm gonna do more research before I even try and do this. If anything, I think it would be helpful that I know what the issue is. So if I do call in someone, I have the replacement part in place, and I can also tell, I think I should do maybe a little more research on what the repair person might cost. I don't think it would be that difficult for them to fix. Yeah.
All right. Well, and I want to encourage you. I mean, if you learn something, that's the important thing about what happened here today.
Yeah.
So we're already 95% of what we want to accomplish. Fixing it is just a serendipitous side effect of this whole process, in my mind.
Yeah.
So we're not, but if you want to bring it to the Discord server in between Zooms or bring it to the next Zoom, with the part, if you don't like, if there's an idea that you really thought you could handle this remotely with someone coaching you through it rather than you doing it on your own,
Oh,
bring
I
it
didn't even know that
next
was an
month.
option.
Bring it back next month, and or to this Zoom, and or bring it to the Global Fixer server. So send me another, sign up again and say I want a Global Fixer server, and I'll send you the link to that. So we could do it with you via video there as well.
Okay.
So,
Yes. Thank you so much, Peter.
Okay.
And to
Appreciate it.
Peter's point, I think that, if you've learned that there are certain things that one shouldn't attempt to repair because of the danger, that's an important learning as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So who else do we have back? Jennifer and Doug, do you want to report back on the hot water maker, the kettle?
Yes. So our fixers were really helpful, but because we don't have a multimeter, we're going to go get one. And then we're instructed that since we live near you, Peter, that we should probably try to connect with you in person. And you can help us use the multimeter.
Where in Oakland? Where in Oakland are you?
Rockford.
Yeah. Okay.
Where in Berkeley are you?
I live by the North Berkeley BART station.
Oh.
So if nothing else, I could put a multimeter in. I have this bin for pickup and drop off outside the house. So I could just put that out there contactlessly. You could just swing by, pick up the multimeter, and then we could move this to Discord so you could figure out how to do that.
Oh, that's so nice. We can also get one.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I used to have one, but it broke. I should just get a new one. They are not that expensive. So
okay, and then we will be Wednesday night at Ace Makerspace. That's at the, I don't know if you know where that is. That's at the Emeryville, Oakland, and Berkeley, the nexus of the three. There's a makerspace called Ace Makerspace, and we have electronics night there Wednesday night.
And you're doing in-person events?
I will be there in the flesh.
On Wednesday, what time?
It starts at 7 to 9.
Oh, cool.
If you're getting a multimeter, a nice feature if it's an electronic one is the auto shut off, because it's easy to leave something on and then it'll just shut itself off and you won't be going through batteries.
That's a good idea.
Or as Brian calls it, a posh multimeter.
But yeah, thank you. It was we did learn about our kettle, and we've learned that they break a lot on other people as well.
Yeah. No, I've seen these issues a bunch of times. Okay, Amy, you want to report back on the soda stream?
Sure. So we figured out that one of the nuts had split. So this is half that was still attached to one end where the hose goes in, and the other half is still on the hose. So it's actually split, and I have a plan of action to go and buy a replacement. Which will involve taking off this compression ferrule. I learnt some new terminology as well. And then putting a brass one of these on, replacing that, and then screwing it back into the other end here, this end here. So that's my plan of action, unless I find a replacement hose on eBay.
Okay, great. So that's wonderful that you got that. And I wanted to share my own stuff about soda streams, which is, I had one ready in case no one else was going to help you, but in the United States, they make them with a special threading so that it's a proprietary threading so that you can only use their bottles. But if you have a friend with a 3D printer, they can 3D print a adapter for you that will allow you to use a soda stream, use any standard high pressure PET bottle, PET bottle with a soda stream, basically. So they're made in Israel. My understanding is that the European ones do have that standard threading and the American ones don't. The ones in North America don't. It's just totally about vendor lock-in on this. So the other thing you can do is rather than use their cartridges, you can get an adapter that lets you use a standard CO2 cartridge like they use on paintball guns, and then you can buy your CO2 much cheaper. So if you use it a lot, then not to buy their cartridges, but to buy a standard standard paintball gun cartridge, CO2 cartridge to make it work.
Yeah,
So-
Kimmy was very helpful. He had a lot of analogies, a lot of tips and tricks about, the paintball and where you could go and how to convert the standard one into a mega one. It was fascinating.
Great. Okay. Is there anybody else here who needs to report back?
Well,
Lori. Lori's back.
yes, I have the shortest possible report back. So as someone immediately noticed, I have 2 of the wrong cartridges in, and that's probably why it's not working. So I think I can handle this one. I didn't even need tools.
But it does beg the question about the manufacturers. Like, why did the manufacturer have to decide that they needed slightly different cartridges for the different machines, right? I mean, that's kind of very frustrating to an average person.
There's money to be made somewhere, right?
Mhm.
It's all about profit.
Okay, but why? But we as consumers have to start saying, look, we don't want to, like, so did you just buy the wrong cartridges, or you have more of these printers and you just are swapping cartridges?
No, I
for
bought the wrong cartridges.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah. And I can't really tell you why I did that at this point, because I've had them for a while. So I had, a whole backup set, I thought. But what can I say? If I didn't like the printer so much, I'd be really pissed off at Brother. But the thing about this printer is that it really does not need a lot of ink. The cartridges hold a lot. So it actually, unlike someone was talking about HP printers and how, it's the most expensive liquid known to mankind. These are actually relatively reasonable. So I just need to pay more attention.
Okay, Debbie, you raised your hand.
Oh, yeah. I just reviewed my notes from the last session, and somebody from the last clinic suggested maybe I convert this light to LED lighting instead. So I'm coming back to ask another question. So rather than dealing with the light people, I wonder if I could convert it to LED lighting instead, or do I still have to talk to light about the ballast? So it's a question.
I mean, anything's possible. It's just what you're up to. I mean, do you really love the lamp that much that you would go to that effort as opposed to just buying an LED lamp from scratch? Sadly,
that is where I'm at. You're right. That's the crux of the matter. Yeah.
I think it's possible. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. Probably, maybe not. Well, it could be cheaper, but there's a little bit more trickery involved, I believe.
Yeah, just
I think it's possible. I'd go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna continue to pursue it. I've got lots of time on my hands.
What kind of lamp is that?
Ottlite. Ottlite. It's a brand name.
It's a fluorescent.
Well, it would be comparable to a fluorescent. Yes, it's like their own brand. People like to use them for reading and for like fine work, like sewing or embroidery. It's
they're quite bright.
They're called like a true light. So they're nice. If I were to buy a new one today, it'd probably be like $150 or $160 to buy it new. I bought this one.
Yeah. Hey, Pat's back. Pat, do you want to report back on your blender? Pat, you're muted still.
Yeah,
Pat,
I just left Pat on the blender, and apparently there wasn't any problem with it, but I advised her that maybe she should check those spade lug connections because it might be intermittent, but apparently everything's working now.
Okay. Great. Yay, another fix.
Did you get the fix on the microwave?
Yeah, Bill, thank you. You were very helpful, apparently.
Yes, thank you, Bill.
So you guys are welcome to go back and look in the other breakout rooms, or hang out here and talk with us, or leave. Everyone's in the waffle maker.
Yeah, the waffle maker is still going strong, and
I just left there.
the laser printer and the tea kettle. Oh no, I think the tea kettle we did talk about.
Okay, how do we get into the other breakout rooms?
So you should see a button that says breakout rooms in your Zoom controls.
You're right.
Otherwise,
You are right.
Maximize your screen.
Appreciate it. Okay.
are you good? Otherwise, I can manually pop you into whichever one you're interested in joining.
Okay. It doesn't say what the item is, so it's hard to.
Which one are you? So we've got the waffle maker.
Sure, put me in the waffle maker.
There's quite a crowd in the waffle maker. We also have the laser printer, and I think those are the two left.
Oh, I see. There we are. The osterizer is not there anymore, so it looks like Frank went there and there's nobody there.
Yeah, everybody seems to be in the waffle maker breakout room right now.
Waffle maker or the other laser printer?
Where is the waffle maker? I'm going to go there and see what's so interesting.
Well, I'm gonna check out. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. See you in the next Fixit.
Thanks, John. Good to see you again.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. This was really interesting.
Thanks, Lori. And you know what? We all do these things where we just don't even think about some of the obvious, right? But yeah, you know, especially if you buy these cartridges so many, months or whatever before, and then you keep them in your cupboard, you just don't even think about it. So.
Yep. Thank you so much.
You're always welcome back as an observer, Lori. So just come back and hang out with us, right?
I would love to. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm leaving too. Goodbye. I enjoyed it. Thank you so much to everybody.
Thank you, Mark.
Great to see everybody.
Thanks,
Bye.
Mark.
So we've just got the laser printer and the waffle maker left.
So I don't know if you want to shut them down at noon sharp, well, noon my time sharp, but in 20 minutes, you might want to send a room basically, start thinking about winding up.
We'll send a broadcast message, maybe about 5 or 10 to.
Yeah.
There's still some folks hanging out in the tea kettle room.
Are they really in the tea kettle room, or are they just?
I'm not sure. There's a handful, 4 people.
I'm here. I'm not in a tea kettle room, although it says I am.
Oh, it says you were.
Ah.
You're grayed out, so you're no longer there. Maybe people are just slowly trickling back.
Yeah.
Back there.
No, if people want to have their little side parties, they're fine. I'm fine with that.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Chris.
I see Debbie's gone. She was the lady with the Otlite ballast. And I wanted to ask her how much she paid for the new replacement ballast. And I'm wondering if she happened to mention anything about that before she left.
She did mention that. She didn't mention the cost, but she did say she was going to get the traded in basically for the appropriate ballast.
Sounds good. Thank you.
No problem. Thanks for your help. Ah. That's great.
New Year. So what other reports did we get? I just got back from the brother printer room, and they're still caging around with the schematic diagram over there. What reports did we get on the other fixables today?
Go ahead.
I fixed my lamp.
Terrific.
Yeah, it was quite straightforward. Just needed a bit of guidance. Bit of a fiddle.
Now here in the States, our AC power cords have a ribbing on one side which indicates the ground wire. Is that true with the wire that you were using?
No, this is a double core black, just plain. What's the word? The wires that you have in the States might be a little bit different because you also have a different voltage, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, we have crappy wires compared to what you guys have. I mean, with those built-in fuses and the plugs, and they're really hefty. I mean, it's also 220 volts, so I respect that they probably want to make it heftier too. But I wish our wires were as good as yours, except when I'm trying to feed one through some ornery corner, and then I'm cursing that it's not, you know, it's so unwieldy.
Is it true that in the States people don't generally have kettles to make tea? They put a kettle onto the cooker because the voltage is too low to boil a kettle, or am I making that up?
Sorry to interrupt you here, Joe. I'm from the Brother Laser printer room. We need somebody that can read electrical diagrams. So we're trying to identify a symbol while we have our client here uploading a picture so we can see our PCB. If anyone's available, maybe they could drop in real quick. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, I can help you with that. Which
Brother Laser room with Gene. Bunch of people in there right now.
Okay, I'll go over there.
All right, appreciate it, Bill. Thank you.
Electrical engineer and kettle room, he might, I don't know.
So Joe, it's true. We don't have kettles, but we also only have 120 volt electricity. So it's not as fast as when you're in Europe, because I've used kettles in Europe, and I think people are starting to get kettles, but for the most part, we just use the stove because maybe faster.
That answers my question. It's the speed, isn't it?
I think so. I mean, isn't that why you use kettles? Because it's super fast and you're using like way bigger wattage than we are.
Yeah, Peter's holding his kettle.
For us, if it's about the same amount of time, there's really not much of an advantage.
I imagine that probably the higher voltage came because as a nation, the British drink a lot of tea.
Yes.
Necessity.
I think it's changing. I think more and more people are adopting electric kettles in the US.
It's more efficient as well, isn't it? I would have thought.
Yeah.
I am envious of your 220 volt power, if for no other reason than that you can't, it takes longer to heat stuff up. But as we move to induction cooking more and more, I think you're going to find that more people may have 220 in their houses.
Yeah.
Just because we are, like they're banning new construction, they're banning gas lines in new construction in California now. So everybody's going to be cooking in electric in another 50 years.
But are they doing things like putting in ground source heat pumps or any other alternative, solar panel? I mean, all those practically flat roofs in California. I remember flying into LA, just all these virtually flat roofs and hardly any solar panels and all that sunshine.
Shocking, isn't it?
Yeah, it just seems like such a waste, really.
What are they thinking?
The weight of the solar panels on the roofs. You might not be able to do it.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I live in England, we do get sunshine sometimes, but I wouldn't rely on solar panels. But this is just as contrast, this is my overlocker electric lead. So that the thinner one goes to the machine, and that thicker one, which is pretty hefty, goes into the electric source. So that's the difference, isn't it? I think.
Interesting.
So I'm embarrassed to admit this morning that I'm using my Earl Grey. I'm drinking my Earl Grey from a tea bag. I'm so sorry, guys.
Oh, no, that's okay. Tea bags are perfectly permissible.
No, they're only good for the roses, is what I've been told. You guys say tea bags are only good for composting the roses.
I think it depends who you talk to. There are some people who say the best tea is loose leaves in a pot. But personally, you know, I just have a gigantic tea mug and a Yorkshire tea bag, so it makes it nice and strong.
I'm also a gardener in Whitby, Canada, and I find a lot of the tea bags won't break down in the compost. I think they incorporate some sort of plastic in them, and they're no longer what they used to be made of. So that's some linger around for years. I think I just burn them in the barbecue eventually.
If you can be bothered to break open each tea bag, that probably works. But there are some brands that are sort of, they look like slightly nylon-y fabric.
Yeah, I think that's what that. Well, I was really surprised, but I never encountered that before.
Yeah, they do. I mean, I've certainly composted tea bags, and you know, a compost heap takes quite a while to break down.
Well, I got lots of time, and I think really the more I try to save everything, because that's the quality of the compost is the quality of your soil and the quality of your food. And
yeah,
you're throwing everything out in the trash that's food waste and stuff like that, or greens from trimmings or leaves. You're giving away compost that you could use yourself.
We have a scheme.
Putting a demand on the municipal ways to collect it.
Yeah, we have on our local tip, you know, recycling centre. They do compost the green waste, and then you can buy bags of it from them.
So they had a really good program where we had a green bin program. They take it away at the curb and then they bring it back, because of COVID, they haven't given any back. So I don't know what, I think I don't know what they're doing with the waste. If there's a huge stockpile somewhere.
They collect all the Christmas trees, and it's just a bit too acidic, and they give it back to you later in compost.
For the Christmas trees, these like cut them up, but some plants like acidity, like blueberries, for example. And it also makes a good screen. Like if you put something in late with the frost, it can protect plants behind it from the wind.
Yeah. Yeah, the only things I found wouldn't compost were grape stalks, avocado stones, and avocado skins. And I would discover that when I, dug up my heap. But there'd be all sorts of things.
The odd time I had like a worm column, which was basically a piece of clay sewer pipe with holes in it. And I've grown avocado. I had them in a clamshell, and that pit rooted. And I had another one come up in this worm bin of this clay pipe, and I didn't do anything. That was just totally amazing. It got to be pretty big before I realized it was there. Unfortunately, I lost it in a cold winter. The house was too cold, but I'm going to try again. I think that's pretty good. And there's another friend of mine. He says he tries to grind them a bit or scrape some of them up. He says there's a lot of nutrition in the pit, believe it or not. It's a little bit bitter, so you'd have to hide the taste somehow.
I'll pass.
I would think they'd probably be very bitter.
My brother had
it is bitter, but you can use a little bit of it or put it in soup or something with a stronger flavor, like ginkgo biloba, which is supposed to be really good for memory and people with different problems. It can be bitter, but if it's one with other things, you don't notice so much. But but there's all kinds of creative ways around it. You can. I think I steeped some like some young leaf. The young leaves don't seem to be as bad. But they don't have as much as of the active components in them. But you can steep them in like whiskey or something, and it totally changes the whole thing. And it's medicinal, and so medicinal is good. Or just do your search. Like if you're trying to learn about plants, search say the name of the plant, and then say care to find out how to operate, or say medicinal properties or toxicology or even propagation. It's amazing what's out there. That's a lifetime to learn all that stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, there's some things that some plants that you really shouldn't eat. That's
true.
In European countries, they often have in the motorway divide, they have this plant called oleander growing. It's very pretty, it's very sturdy, it resists the fumes from the cars. And I did hear the story about a family who cut some down, made barbecue sticks for their barbecued meat and died because oleander is incredibly poisonous.
Yeah, I think there's a novel, White Oleander, which where that oleander plant uses the poison.
Yeah, but they're also incredibly resistant to the fumes from cars and exhaust and stuff. Yeah, scary that, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a garden somewhere I think it's in the north of England, and I think it's called the Poison Garden, and it grows all sorts of weird and wonderful plants that are poisonous, basically. Things like, I think, oh gosh, is it mandragora? There's all sorts of weird kind of.
There's like foxglove and things, which if used, you never attempt to use that, but it was used for the heart some way, right? So.
Yeah, did
Hey guys, so Angela's back. I saw Angela a second ago. Angela's back. So let's report back. Angela, can you report back on the waffle maker?
Yeah, hi. So whatever I say, they're all gonna nod. We agreed on this. They're gonna nod and say, yes, yes, yes. Unfortunately, I'm gonna flip my camera. So we were not successful. However, we had a lot of fun taking it apart and looking at all these different things and spraying on WD-40 and pulling out pliers and needle nose pliers and looking at all the contacts and just, what can I say? Like you can see all the parts that I got all the little, everything. We had a lot of fun and no luck, but let me just flip my camera.
So I just joined and wow, I'm looking at lots of parts. That must be the waffle maker.
Oh yeah. Oh, here, I'll show you. Yep, here. So yeah, they said this is an older version. They don't make them like they used to. So the problem was the knob here would not turn. I got it used, so it never worked. So this would not turn. So we went along here. I don't know if I'm using the right terminology, but the shaft or whatever.
Yep.
So we disconnect. It was a box covering all of that, took that apart. Notice I'm saying we. Yes, we did this. They
So
told
that
me what
looks
to
like
do and I did it.
the thermostat that controls the contacts then.
That's what we figure. Yep.
And were they frozen?
This part that I'm holding will not turn. And I tried with so I have.
Okay, so look, it's fused. So guys, the two metal contacts there that caused that, Angela, there's a disc in there. You see that copper disc there? That's fused. And I guess it must have arced to the point where it basically welded the two parts together. No. A little bit to the left and up. There's a place right there where there's like a copperish looking circle thing touching another copperish looking circle thing, but they're one thing now because they're fused. No, go down and to the right just slightly from where you were. Go up from there. Go left. Go left. Go left. Right there. Stop. Go forward. No, not well behind that white divot.
Oh, whoops.
That is fused. Well, you can buy another switch or try to free that up. But I think
see what you're saying.
That's welded together in there.
So where you have the needle nose holding that top piece, if you did the exact same thing, if you move those over and take the lower jaw and put it underneath that other piece and squeeze, you would pull it, those contacts would open up.
Well, they might be really welded together, arc welded
That,
together,
right?
essentially, Tom.
Yeah, now do it the other way. Go to the top.
Pull them
where
apart.
you're
Separate
pulling them apart instead of
Pull them
squeezing
apart.
them together.
Okay, I'm gonna put the phone down, so you guys aren't gonna get to see anything. Sorry. I know, I'm sorry. All the fun happens and you don't get to see. So I'm trying to, oh, it totally separates.
Oh, they separate. Was it stuck or did it just come apart?
No,
easily?
it is not stuck because what I'm doing, let's see if I can show you. Oh, if I only had 3 hands.
It sounds like the rotary shaft is frozen.
That's what we've been working on. And so Angela's going to go find herself some tri-flow and see if she can get some penetrating lubricant in there
let's
to unstuck
see if
the
we
shaft
can-
that has stuck. It won't rotate.
Yeah, I can't.
Yep.
Yeah, I won't be able to show you guys, but yes, so
The contacts do separate.
Yeah. They were separated when we first looked at it, but
yes.
yeah. So it's somehow the rotational mechanism here, which has I assume some internal threads because it turns rotation into a linear push to adjust the temperature.
Right.
So it's stuck. And I, for the life of me, could not find any replacement parts like this. This is so old school for a waffle maker thermostat that I can't find the part. So anyway, Angela had fun taking what?
And they couldn't free it up by
No, we
WD-40
tried,
or twisting or heat or impact.
The limits of what Angela can do with hand tools, holding
Tried
phones,
that.
and all that.
Yeah.
So anyway, she's gonna find some tri-flow and give it a try. Ha ha ha. Yeah. And have that in her bag of tricks for fixing other things and maybe find herself a multimeter. Not that we needed it yet, but it's nice to know where these contacts worked or not. And so this is also the challenge of when you acquire a broken thing and you can't answer the question, well, how did you actually turn that knob to make it work? Do you push it? Do you turn it? How hard was it to turn? No clue, right? All you know is it doesn't turn now. Not sure how it turned when it was working. And none of us seem to have an experience with that. And Calvin in chat is giving us more links to cheap meters. So yay for affordable
okay.
multimeters. But before Peter yells at me, don't buy one unless you actually think you're going to hold on to it and use it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I am not the kind of person that just goes and buys. Number one, that's why, just close this.
And if you
Number
live
one,
in,
that's why I'm here.
if you live near Berkeley, of course, the library that Peter works with loans tools out.
Yeah.
They don't have a multimeter yet, Peter? I forget.
No, but the Arlington, and she lives in Arlington, Massachusetts, and the Arlington libraries are big Fixit clinic people, so they may start to try to set up some sort of tool loaning process there. I don't think in time for this, but there's a lot of activity in your area around trying to create that kind of a bridge between the real world and the virtual world for these events. So
I'd argue that maybe you should buy one and then make sure you use it.
Right.
Yes.
Borrow one from someone else, don't buy one if you're not going to get to use it. Harbor Freight has them for $7.
Hey, you can always buy one and strictly use it to check old batteries. What the heck?
Okay, so we need one more report back, right? Don't we? All the breakout rooms are closed, aren't they?
Sanjeev's plumbing.
No, we got that.
Okay.
So we worked on the laser printer that was not running.
Yeah, are they not back?
I'm from that team. I'm back. I don't know if others are.
Yeah, everyone else is back.
We got kicked out. We're all here.
Yeah, we've closed the
Okay.
breakout rooms now.
All right, so where's Jeannie or Jean? Did she leave?
Oh,
there
Sorry,
she is. Okay.
I'm putting my machine back together.
Okay, so tell us what happened.
What happened? I got to go get a multimeter like everybody else. And then we're going to have at it again at another time because we can't figure out what's wrong with it.
So basically it doesn't power up, but it appears that it's within the power supply. That's our speculation. We were able to open up the unit and get to the power supply. There are a couple of fuses in there that should be checked. And so that's the next step, get the multimeter and start checking for continuity. But Jean did a great job taking the thing apart. Now she's putting it back together.
They walked me through it. They walked me through it, that's for sure. Yeah, I've got it back together. I just have to snap this other side panel on the first one we took off.
Okay.
We didn't need to, but that's.
Was there a report on the SodaStream repair?
Yeah, broken nylon nut.
Okay.
But I'll try it I'll put up this recording, and then you guys can watch the report backs, at your convenience. It'll take me take us a couple of days to get them up, hopefully just a couple of days. But okay, so for the high schoolers here, guys, I want you to think about anything that we didn't fix here, or like how we could create a bridge to bring these people to Discord, and maybe you guys can get more. They need community service hours to graduate, so that's part of their incentive for being here. So I'm trying to make, there's a lot of us here who are not good with Discord, okay? So if nothing else, you could really work to sort of handhold us through the whole Discord world and Discord process. But there's also an opportunity here between these Zooms to think about anything we saw here today, like for example, the hot water kettle that's being repaired, and how to think about doing background research on that, or bringing stuff, to Discord from here, basically acting as sort of our ambassadors to Discord as part of this process, and make some more hours doing that. So, and so see this also as a thing where we can bring your things from your local community to this as well. So, okay, well, so I think we're done for today, and you want to leave while everyone's still having a good time. That way you'll want to come back for next time, right?
Hey, Peter,
So
there's two things that I kind of learned today, right? Essential for any homeowner, any household is toilet plunger and a multimeter. So I think it's up to you guys now. It's now up to you guys to come up with a plan how to teach people to use a multimeter for basic function. I think that really became evident in every room today. Everybody needs a meter, and everybody needs some basic and nothing fancy, schmancy, just really the basics. And I think that's up in your court now, sir.
Yeah, and Mike, I think also, I mean, Peter, we'd have maybe the high school students think about ways we could create some sort of tutorial on how to use the multimeter.
I can help with making tutorials.
That's Amber from my Fixit.
So I would be glad to host a virtual how to fix a lamp webinar. I do these in person at maker fairs and things like that, and they're fun, and it's the essential parts of a lamp, and you get to use a multimeter. So I don't know, I'd be glad to do that. Maybe work with one of the libraries or something and host an event. Just do a demo. I've got all the nice cameras and things. It's not hands-on if we're doing it virtually, but at least you get the sense. And I've taught 3-year-olds how to fix lamps. It's great.
There's a big feature on Wayne in the February issue of Make Magazine that's coming out. So look for that.
And there's a big feature on Peter in the next issue of Make Magazine that's coming out. We didn't really cross-reference each other other than I mentioned him in my article.
There's a lot of tutorials on using multimeters, and I wrote something, and I can't remember now whether it's on Wikipedia or what's that other one? Instructables. I wrote something on there quite a while ago, so that's why I don't remember. But there's a lot of tutorials on using multimeters.
I just find it's a lot easier if you do like a webinar because there's more interaction. The what if cases and what do I do here. It's one thing to watch like a YouTube video. It's another one you have to actually have somebody telling you, don't put that probe there because your meter is gonna blow the fuse. So I think that's really important.
So I've done, because in Boulder, we have never had a Fixit clinic that didn't have at least one lamp of every hour, right? And it's such a basic thing. We did some special purpose only lamp repair clinics, right? And so we start out with everybody together going through some exercise together using their tools with some, sort of the lamp guts. And then we go off, break out and fix actual lamps. We could try that virtually. Let's see if we have a collection of people with broken lamps, and maybe one of the libraries want to sponsor this, or I have a Zoom. But let's brainstorm via email, Peter, with the Global Fixers people about maybe we should do something like this. Maybe there's a need, and challenge ourselves to teach something like this virtually, right? Why not, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to move as much to Discord as I can. So, because I'd rather have that. I don't know. It just seems like that moves us towards the demographic we're trying to reach, and it's available 24/7 around the clock around the world, as opposed to these things which are kind of more formally scheduled.
So,
But
which
whatever
you
works.
think is true. If you can learn how to use a multimeter, certainly Discord is easy, or is it the other way around?
Try YouTube.
Or they unrelated? Yeah. Okay. All right.
I put a pretty straightforward guide that we have on iFixit on how to use a multimeter. So if you're new to them and you're acquiring one shortly, check it out.
Oh, Amber's from iFixit. Hi, Amber.
I am. Hello.
She's also on the Discord server. She's really been active on the Discord server too, so it's great to have her.
By the way, I am Al the inventor. I invented a device that makes EMS work faster.
Makes what?
EMS, emergency medical services.
Oh,
okay.
Thank you.
When I was 16. I'm a lot older now.
Are you saying some of us might not be alive if not for your invention, Al? Well, in that case, thank you.
I might be guilty of it. I'm sorry.
Awesome. Amber, thank you to iFixit for all the things you guys do to support Fixit clinics around the world. Really appreciate it. Love it. And right to repair.
Yeah. We're all about it.
Okay.
And we have a global fixers team on iFixit. So you all should, if you are on iFixit now, you should join and be part of the global fixers team. And that way, all of the things, the problem is that these Zooms and the Discord server are really poor at long-term documentation. But iFixit's website really is good at long-term documentation. So for the sorts of things, I mean, over time, I'm not saying everything we fix here on Discord, but we should probably think about how we move what we're doing here and have it be a more persistent store of that stuff on iFixit's site, under the Global Fixers team part of that.
Yeah, if you have any questions on how the site works, or if you get confused, some of our things aren't totally intuitive, feel free to send me an email or message me on Discord. Or if you want to ask me questions about Discord, that's also something I know quite a bit about. I'm happy to help.
Could someone drop the link to the Discord server?
Oh, it's more complicated than that. Send me an email and I'll send you the invite. It's because for someone who doesn't know Discord, there's all sorts of trips and hooks. We really I have a little longer way of getting you into Discord. So understand what we're trying to do there. Okay, Discord is kind of like this cesspool on the planet. Okay, and I'm trying to create this little safe corner where we can enable and activate and empower repair. So that's why I'm asking people to not be anonymous there, to put your name and your location, because I'm trying to build the trust, at least in that little pocket of Discord. And let's see, it's an experiment. I mean, it may not work, but it's a public server, but it's a public server by invitation only, because I'm trying to curate who gets in there and who can really I'm trying to create this global fraternity of repairers like we have here, essentially.
I need to go, guys. Lovely to see you.
Okay, we should end. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
See you next time. Bye.
Okay.
Bye, Joe.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Have a good one, everyone. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Alvin.
Thank you.
Hi, Alvin.
Thank you.
Yep.
Great group.
All right, you guys take care. See you next time.
Yes, everyone. Take care, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Any of the high school kids still here?
Yep.
Yes. One of the things that we've found locally here in New York is the Teen Tech Tutor program has been really, really, really popular. If any of you have heard of it, it's a place where you can plug in to not only repair cafes, but other things. But the Teen Tech Tutors is where you come in, because believe it or not, you've got skills which us old folks are so out of touch with. You've grown up with technology in your life that is something foreign to us old folks. You've never lived in a world without that technology. And some of us have got to have your help just to understand it. So a Teen Tech tutor table at a repair cafe is a very popular item. And sometimes, like the first time we had one at a repair cafe was shortly after Christmas, a couple of years ago, before the pandemic. And people brought in their brand new iPhones. And the Teen Tech tutors would say, oh, all you have to do is this and that and that. And see, it works. And these people, some of them my age, were like totally astounded that this little box could do all that. And, you know, I must admit that it's quite humbling to know that there's so many of these things that work so easily. But this gives me great hope for the next generation. And that's you folks. That's you. And if we can teach you something that we know, even better.
Yeah, there's so much we can learn from each other.
Absolutely.
The digital natives, I call them. But yeah, but look, this is more and more about digital equity, digital inclusion, you know, digital literacy, because so much of what we have in our lives now is a combination of hardware and software. So and we all have to be savvy to it, or we're all going to be enthralled to it, basically.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, and I think to the point of Peter, us high school students, we really need the hours too. So we'd be down to do like a seminar teaching multimeter or like helping people get on Discord. And as Peter was talking about Discord, I think a lot of us are very adept in the field of computer science as well. And Peter does all of these things manually, like give everyone roles and help everyone get on Discord. So if possible, I think all of us can get together and maybe we can create a Discord bot for some hours that can do all of these things automatically as soon as like they join, and can help you a lot maybe.
Yeah, there's actually like some Discord bots where they send a message and then if you like make a certain reaction, you'll be assigned a role.
Yeah, exactly.
And then with different roles, you have different permissions. Like you might see a channel or you might not see a channel. So it's very interesting and we could definitely go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this needs to be a nationwide thing, not just your high school, but this could happen in every high school in this country and others, because the future is in your hands. You know, it's slipping out of our hands. We're the older generation, sorry to say. Hey.
That's a great idea. And you know, if there was a big high school movement to do that, I'm sure you'd find all kinds of people that are willing to help support it in all kinds of ways. That would be so cool. So brainstorm, go set up a you know, a room on Discord to talk about this, brainstorm this idea, and invite your friends, and let's see if we can get some movement. Because I know it's been great at our local clinics when we have you know, high school and younger kids show up. Some of them never used tools before, and you know, get really excited. They found their special purpose. So let's make that possible for people to experience. Right? Just a question of giving the people the introduction, the permission to play with tools and take things apart and use our very human capabilities of decomposing and understanding what's probably working and what's probably not. So it's a life skill. It's not just, oh, I want to open up a appliance repair shop. No, probably not. But practicing our troubleshooting diagnosis skills with a toaster oven applies to so many other things we're going to encounter in life. So yeah, let's help you. Looking forward to your ideas.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think I'll be heading off for lunch now. All right, bye.
Good idea. Me too. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for organizing this. We'll
Thanks,
see you later.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye.
Oh, Sarah.
Sarah, you're
wow.
I've got a 4.5-year-old maker.
I have pictures of her as an infant attending our
I know.
events.
I brought her 10 days old to fix it. You see her okay? Oh,
We're playing with beads. Yeah. Dave, she wants to know if you're Santa Claus, by the way. Sorry. You fit us. You fit us down.
You just might be.
Say what?
Rats.
Rats. I don't know what you're saying. Anyway.
Ho, ho, ho. How are ya?
I don't try to propagate this myth, but it just keeps happening.
Have you been a good girl?
Have you? Have you been good? Today she read.
Aw.
And then she got to play video games, and now we're doing perler beads.
Ooh, fun.
All right.
Oh.
I broke mine.
Oh, it got a little jumbled. No biggie.
Yeah, and then I'm going to fix it.
We're gonna fix it.
We're gonna fix it. Yeah.
That's all there is to it. Exactly.
I made it very hard and then it broke.
Oh.
And then
That's okay.
And now I'm in fixing it with my mom.
Uh-huh.
Santa again.
It's Santa again. I know. People think between who's talking. So.
Yeah.
Speaker view. Right?
Like
this. Anyway. Who needs naps?
So Sarah, we'll catch up offline at some point. So Erin, Natalie, you're welcome to shut this down anyway, because we're all just here. It's all over. But the shouting. Thank you again very much for all of your help.
Thank you, Peter. This has been a pleasure as always.
It really has. It's very enlightening to be here. So thank you so much.
Yeah, no, cue it up. I mean, so Erin, you've been coming after me like every 3 months or so. I'm happy to keep having you run them through Brampton.
Yeah,
So think about when you want, like April or May at this point.
Yeah, we'll be starting to plan for April, May, and June. So yeah, April or May most likely.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, thanks so much, Peter. We'll be in touch. We're gonna queue it up for you.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh.